The moment Astrid and Hiccup became betrothed is so cute and dorky and so them, which is why I just had to share this moment with you. Today, we're going to see how this amazing couple went from being a couple of lovebirds dating to being engaged. Hello, I'm Isaac from Watso Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people. On my channel, I focus on spreading magic by examining Disney and other wonderful stories like How to Train Your Dragon. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. This whole journey to understand Astrid and Hiccup's relationship began after seeing their transformation between the first two How to Train Your Dragon films. Astrid and Hiccup, affectionately called Hicstrid in the HTTYD community, somehow were engaged to be married in How to Train Your Dragon 2, which was a transition I was not expecting when I began that film. I wasn't against their change in relationship status, I was all for it. Go Hiccup and Astrid! But I still wanted to understand how they got there. In my last video on Hicstrid, I explained what transpired for these two to come together and begin to date, and if you'd like to catch up on that video, you can find a link in the description. But now, we're going far beyond that point. In Dragon's Race to the Edge, after a long time of being each other's best friends, experiencing tons of awkward moments together, and understanding there would always be something between them, they finally decide to start dating. But once Astrid and Hiccup make that choice, for a while, they weren't exactly sure how to go about doing that. The episode Shell Shocked Part 1 shows us they cared about one another deeply, but at first they just wanted to share all that was going on with each other and wanted to ensure their new relationship wouldn't affect anyone else's behavior before they began a large mission to capture the leader of the heinous dragon hunters known as Vigo. They of course continued to support one another, were extremely flirtatious, and didn't hold back from showing affection when they were alone. But Hiccup and Astrid avoided being caught kissing by their friends and attempted to separate their feelings from the requirements of their missions. It was just a new and complicated time for the young couple, so they just decided to keep their relationship a secret for the time being, until they experienced a near-death experience. Against their best efforts in Shell Shocked Part 2, Vigo is able to deduce through Astrid's deep concern over Hiccup that they were a couple and uses that against them. Vigo gets in Hiccup's head and uses Astrid's life as a motivator to hand over a relic filled with rare dragon knowledge called the Dragon Eye. Although Hiccup used the Dragon Eye to protect dragonkind, in Vigo's hands, the wisdom that relic held could be used to hunt down and enslave dragons at a massive scale, threatening all dragons and anyone who stood in his way. The Dragon Eye could never be handed over to Vigo, but Hiccup was also unwilling to let Astrid be taken from him. To protect the dragons of the world and save Astrid, Hiccup decides to sacrifice the Dragon Eye by throwing it into the volcano they stood on. This act forced Vigo to release Astrid so he could attempt to retrieve the relic, giving Hiccup enough time to bring Astrid to safety before Vigo apparently perishes in the lava as well. From this experience, Hiccup and Astrid's relationship begins to come into focus for them. They were a loving couple who were willing to sacrifice anything to uphold their duties to their people and one another. They understood they had to put their responsibilities to Burke, their missions, and their friends above each other, but they needed each other to succeed and be their best selves. For years they had known they couldn't live without each other and had recently become honest about it with one another, but now the time for secrecy was over. Hiccup and Astrid were willing to share their relationship with the world, much to their friends' delight. In the episode Living on the Edge, Hiccup and Astrid continue to show concern for the well-being of one another. They keep revealing their love and commitment, and it only continues to grow as they are together. Over the next few months, that connection deepens at a fast rate because they had built it after years of being friends. Their escalating relationship inevitably leads to their long-awaited betrothal. On their own, Astrid and Hiccup decide that they will one day marry, and after they make their decision, they announce it for all of Burke to know. But the ceremony that solidified their choice to be with one another and make their engagement permanent wasn't the reveal of their betrothal, but the ceremonial exchange of betrothal gifts. Within 6 moon cycles of the announcement of their betrothal, Hiccup and Astrid had to exchange betrothal gifts to establish through the ritual that they would intend to be with one another forever. This exchange of gifts is the cute and dorky moment that just makes Astrid and Hiccup so great. You see, Astrid was freaking out about finding something for Hiccup because Hiccup is a Viking unlike any other. She tries to avoid the exchange of betrothal gifts for as long as she can as she searches, but Hiccup finally gets a hold of her and they have a very sweet exchange.
I need to check on Stormfly.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You need to stand right here and take this in.
Unfortunately, Astrid is unable to find a betrothal gift that she deemed worthy to give to Hiccup, but Hiccup assures her that having her in his life is all he needs, and that he has a gift for her. Hiccup gives Astrid the betrothal gift his father gave his mother. By giving Astrid this Viking and dragon etched necklace, and by Astrid being with Hiccup, the betrothal ceremony had been completed, making them family, and Hiccup lets her know that.
Astrid, you're a part of our family. You always have been, and I hope you always will be.
In my opinion, this is just so great, and it is a moment that lives on with Astrid and Hiccup. If you think this moment is perfect for Astrid and Hiccup too, let me know by leaving a like below and commenting a dragon emoji. In the episodes of Race to the Edge titled Mi Amor Wing and King of Dragons, we see Astrid cherish the betrothal necklace by bringing it with her everywhere she goes. And to commemorate Astrid's love, Hiccup places a symbol of a deadly natter, Astrid's dragon species, over his heart on his armor. Hiccup and Astrid's village, family, and friends are ecstatic they would one day be married. Stoic, Hiccup's father, especially adores and couldn't be prouder of Astrid. We see in the episode Team Astrid and the comic Burning Midnight that he relates to her, appreciates her commitment to being a warrior, and knows she will keep watch over Burke and his son. He felt that she was the daughter he had always dreamed of, which is why he always supported her. Astrid and Hiccup had created a friendship many years ago, learned to trust and lean on each other, and understood over time that they had a deep bond. And once they came to terms with these feelings, began their relationship, and revealed it to the world, they quickly understood they were meant to be together. Through the betrothal ceremony, they made a commitment to love each other for the rest of their lives. Astrid and Hiccup were unsure of when they would one day be married, but they knew they would be together forever. Today we got to the bottom of Astrid and Hiccup's magical betrothal story, but there's still so many questions and ideas I still think deserve to be discussed on How to Train Your Dragon. Like, maybe what their wedding was like. To see all of the How to Train Your Dragon topics I've discussed, you can find the link to my playlist in the description. To get this awesome Toothless t-shirt, check out my merch store at watsowstore.com. And if you'd like to continue to see more magical discussions like this one, then don't forget to click that subscribe button if you're new. As always, thanks for watching and have a magical day.